What's up, Dolphins fans? It's your boy Optimistic Fin Fan back with another preview and prediction video today. And this week we have a huge make or break football game between the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals. And the big piece of news coming out of this week is Tua Tagovailoa getting cleared from concussion protocol and suiting up for his first game since that week 2 debacle against the Buffalo Bills. I, for one, am excited. This is the most excited I've been for a Miami Dolphins football game since probably week 1 going into Jacksonville. And so I'm excited to see QB1 back on the field. We went through his press conference earlier in the week, which I'm going to kind of go over a little bit, kind of go over some points that I heard from him and kind of talk about this whole process. And then we'll kind of get into the game plan for me going into the Cards game, 3 keys that I have for the Miami Dolphins to pick up the win. And then I'll give my final prediction on what I think is going to go down with this game. So let's first kind of talk about the big news coming out of Davie, Florida this week, and that's Tua Tagovailoa's return. So Tua was finally designated from IR this week. He's coming back. He's been practicing. He needs one more full participation practice to be able to be cleared from concussion protocol, which that is supposedly supposed to happen. So it's 99% chance that he's going to be returned from the PUP and activated clear concussion protocol, and he will be playing against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, he had, McDaniel kind of came out earlier this week and said he was going to be practicing, and then Tua had his interview, and a lot of quotes were clipped from that interview with Tua, such as I love football, I love this sport until I die, or whatever it was, and the issues about the Guardian cap, which, it's being blown way out of proportion, and all of that stuff got clipped. But what I kind of took away from that interview or that press conference is a man that was frustrated with the process. And it seems like, from what he was saying, that he didn't show any symptoms after the game at all. And it seems like it was a move by the organization to protect Tua away from Tua. It seems like he could have cleared protocol probably within a week, maybe missing the Seattle game, that was about it. And so from that point of view, if it was any other player, this wouldn't have happened because it's Tua. You have the optics surrounding this situation. And so Tua is frustrated, and it was coming off within his press conference. And I hope he takes that frustration and uses it on the field against the other team. So take that frustration, use that chip on your shoulder, and go out and start winning football games. And so definitely noticed that aspect of the press conference. And that frustration kind of bled into the sarcastic answers that he had. Someone asked, did you learn anything from this? He said, yeah, don't get concussions, right? So we got that sassy Tua coming back. But again, just use that frustration. Use all of that pent-up anger that you had of the process and take it out on the football field. And this week we have the Cardinals. Take it out on them. Do I think he should have been put on IR? You can look at it from both sides. The healing process, fully healing from that concussion, may go a step further than just clearing protocol, right? So it was a long-term move. I understand the optics of the move, but at the end of the day, these are grown men. And so if Tua deems that he wants to play and he clears protocol, then that should be it. Us fans and people out here on Twitter and want to police things and judge people. I've seen messages saying, "Oh, the message about the Guardian cap. I hope he gets hurt again, and he's gonna learn." It's not on us to judge somebody and to say things like that just because we don't agree with somebody's thinking. That's the society that we live in, and it's frankly stupid. So people that want to police him and police these different situations, go touch some grass, please. It's really none of your business whether Tua wears a Guardian cap or not. He's a grown-ass man, and he can make his own decisions. So if you want to oh, he's wearing a Guardian cap, I'm going to, boycott the whatever, then don't watch. It's really none of your decision if he doesn't want to wear it or not. Would it benefit him? Maybe. But again, the data isn't conclusive. So, I mean, it is what it is on that front. I'm not going to get into the whole spiel. Would I have put him on IR? The safe answer would be yes. But if he could have cleared protocol within a couple weeks, then who's to say he couldn't play? So, again, that's kind of where we are, and you could sense the frustration with Tua. Now, that's kind of what I got from the press conference. Let's move forward and talk about the keys to beating the Arizona Cardinals. So, my 3 keys to the game. Key number 1. With Tua being out, McDaniel had to change some things and kind of look at it from a different perspective and how they were going to establish their game plans moving forward. And we saw an emphasis on the run game. This team should have always been predicated on the run game and establishing that run. They ran it over 43 times last week. Now, I don't think they're going to run it over 43 times this week with Tua coming back. However, I would not push the running game back too much. I think we don't have to throw it bomb after bomb after bomb. Yeah, it's exciting to see Tyreek run 70 yards down the field and catching a huge bomb or Waddle, what have you. I would much rather establish that run like we were doing. The only difference is Tua can actually convert these third downs and make throws. Build upon the run game. And that will allow those defenses to become a little bit more honest. They were coming out week 1, week 2, those high cover 2s, throwing Tua off with those big plays, a lot of checkdowns and such. If you build upon the running game, then the defense is going to have to play you different, okay? If they want to continue putting 2 back, we're going to be able to run consistently. So don't shy away from that run game. Consistently try to build that. And with that run game, use your backs. Use Achane. Use Wright. Get him involved. Jalen Wright was only a couple carries, but those opportunities that he got, he's being used way too sparsely. So get him involved. Get it more of a rotation, a consistent rotation. Ride the hot hand. And so if Mostert's having the hot hand, ride him. If Achane has a hot hand, ride him. Get them involved in the pass game. But we know Tua will make those throws that he will need to make that Huntley and Skylar just frankly cannot make. So continue building on the run game. Contain Kyler Murray. AR had over 50 yards rushing last week. They did get off on third down consistently. But AR made the plays that he needed to on his feet. And too many times he extended drives with his feet. So don't let Kyler Murray do that. If you need a spy, we need a little bit more out of the edge position, setting the edge. Chop Robinson, I'd like to see him a little bit more active. Play Mo Kamara, the rookie edge out of Colorado State, a little bit more. And just get your edge guys involved to make sure that they're setting edge, not just rushing the passer. But yeah, contain Kyler Murray. We have the best third down defense in the league, so I know they'll get off on third down, but don't let him continue drives that they're already driving on, make them settle for 3s instead of touchdowns would be my key number 2. And number 3, Coach Smart. The last couple weeks he's been better at putting his teams in better positions, as not going for it so much on fourth down, kicking field goals when he needs to, things of that nature. The pre-snap penalties I've touched on for a few weeks now, that those have to improve, and hold guys accountable. We have guys out there like Julian Hill who get penalties on almost every drive that stifle every drive. Take his ass out. If he can't be out there consistently without making penalties, get him out. Don't play him. So, you got to hold guys accountable. And so, Coach Smart, kick field goals maybe when you need to. If you have opportunities to go for it on fourth, be smart about it. Don't go for it on fourth down when it's in your own territory. Put your team in good position. Sometimes it's good to play the field position battles, but just coach smarter. Don't do stupid things at the end of the halves where you're wasting timeouts, clock management, not letting the time run out, giving the Colts an opportunity to kick a field goal. Be smart. Don't let the other team have you blow a timeout. Don't throw stupid challenges that McDaniel likes to do. Just coach smarter. Let the game come to you. And so those are my 3 keys for the Dolphins to pick up that victory. And now is my prediction time. So predictions. I put a video out on YouTube, which was from my TikTok. this past week about the state of the Miami Dolphins, voicing my frustrations. And I kind of touched on when Tua came back at the end game. Will things actually change? I even alluded to him going on a win streak, and I think they'll pick up a lot of wins moving forward. But ultimately, will that get us to where we want to be as Miami Dolphin fans, the playoffs, and winning playoff games, and winning when it matters most in December and January, where Tua and the team has struggled, and we have broken down at the end of games and years with injuries and whatnot. But having said all that, the negativity that I spewed, I do think there will be a huge jolt, not only in the offense, but the whole team with Tua coming back. It's at home. The crowd's going to be rocking. The Rock's going to be rocking. And Tua, I think, will have a very good game. I think there will be big plays made. The Cardinals have a bottom defense, both in stopping the run and stopping the pass. Miami should take advantage of that early and often. I hope the running game is built upon, and I think Tua will make a lot of plays. I think this game's going to be, I don't want to say a blowout, but I think that it's going to get away from the Cardinals a little bit. I think Miami is going to pick up the victory handedly. I think it's going to be maybe a 31-20, 31-16, 34-16 type of victory for the Miami Dolphins, and I think Tua gets his first win to build upon with the big win, or for a big game coming up next week against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, Tua's kryptonite. So that's kind of my preview and prediction for this week against the Arizona Cardinals. I am hoping that the Miami Dolphins can pull out a victory. If we lose this game, we are in deep trouble. So Miami needs to come out hot, and they need to grab this victory. And so, again, Dolphins fans and NFL fans, I appreciate you if you have watched the entirety of this video. I appreciate if you'd like, subscribe, be a part of this Dolphins NFL family. And I appreciate you guys just hearing from what I have to say. Comment down below. What do you think the score predictions of this game are? What do the Miami Dolphins have to do? Are you looking forward for Tua Tagovailoa to come back into the ball game? So again, I appreciate you all, and I will see you guys in the next video.